they didn't announce this, and I wonder what brought this on, because I had always just assumed that they didn't care about ToonTown at all. Hey, first pick, check it out. We're back at the park. Back on Main Street. It's actually a new day, Fresh Bake. Did I tell you that we had a short day on Sunday, or that we needed to have a short day on Sunday? I don't remember if I did or not. But yeah, so the Star Wars Land update that Mike and I did from the top of the Mickey and Friends parking structure was the end of that day. But I've come back today. It's, I don't know, it's like 5:30 or something like that, to do more show, because you know what, Fresh Bake? You deserve more show. And like Sunday, I've only got a few hours to spend at the parks today, so you know, we're gonna have to try to squeeze in as much show as possible today. I want to touch on this briefly, because I feel like you know, Fresh Bake, you and I are close. You know, we've been through a lot together. We're setting records every weekend for, you know, awesome days spent at the park, and it seems like nothing could ever go wrong. But well, you know. Life at Club Fresh Baked is pretty real as it is for any of you all. And the last week, part of the reason why we couldn't do our show Saturday, couldn't do a 90 seconds video Saturday night or Sunday afternoon. Well, real life got involved, and it was, we as a group had a pretty rough weekend, pretty dark days, I would say. Particularly, I mean, Mike was sick. And then both Sarah and I had some really bad stuff happening for us over the weekend. And I mean, I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to get too much into it, but I feel like I want to talk about it, because that's what we do, right? And it's affecting the show and that kind of thing. So, but I was even to the point where I was wondering if I even should come to the park at all this weekend. You know, and I managed to squeeze in some time, like we said, on Sunday, and I spent the whole day like thinking, gosh, do I want to go to the park today? Does it feel right to go to the park today? And perhaps maybe if I didn't have a show to do, I may not have. But I don't know, man. That's just never been my way in my life, ever. Like, I don't, when the days are dark, I rise up, man. I don't shrink back from that kind of thing. I come up to the occasion, as it were, and I just felt like this is what I need to do. I need to be doing this. I need to be at Disney, doing my Disneyland thing, getting out of my own head, for God's sakes, because that's the one thing that I love about Disneyland, is that if you do it right. By the way, we're heading for ToonTown, because I heard that they're doing some refurb work in here. Actually, I saw it too. I wonder how crowded it's going to be today. Is it going to be super crowded? Well, it's Rubber Duckies !baseball 5 lemon 877 lemon. No, that shouldn't be too bad. Okay, let me get this part out here real quick. So as I was saying, the thing you can count on most at Disneyland is that it will take you away from the rest of the world. And, you know, in a large part, it's about, you know, fantasy and, you know, having fun and just, you know, being in a world that's make-believe, and it's, you know, it's great, right? But on the real, it does take you out of your own head when you want it to the most, because I'm really feeling it right now. Right, so let's do some actual show here for a second, Fresh Bake. I'll give you a break from all of my rambling. Yeah, all the facades are being touched up, it looks like. This is Roger Rabbit's cartoon spin. You can't tell because you can't see. I forgot the cabbie's name. What's the cab's name? I forgot. But anyway, you can't see the cab. Can't see. It looks like he's wrapped up too. There's like a plastic wrap around him, and it's all the facades everywhere. Let's take a look. Well, I mean, not everywhere. Like obviously right here, this isn't getting done, but that actually doesn't look bad. It's you know what it is? It's now this one, like the green one. It's the areas that are supposed to be green and blue, to me, that look the worst. They get the most faded from all the sunlight that they have to endure back here because there's no cover. And it's that brings to mind, somebody had made a comment when they had seen on Twitter, they'd seen you know, all the scaffolding up and stuff, and they said, hey, maybe Disney's listening to you, because I've always said that ToonTown sucks, and in large part it's because it's so faded and, you know, uncared for, and they're doing something here. It looks like they're going to maybe paint it, I hope. I don't know. To which I replied, though, that I know they'll listen to me, or they are listening to me when I start seeing them putting some trees, because that is one thing that this particular land lacks, is trees. It lacks cover. It lacks warmth. So we need more of that. So hopefully, they got some room to put some trees in here, don't you think? Now this area right back here is especially bad. The ToonTown, what do you call that? The skyline or whatever, has always been in really bad shape. I wonder, they didn't announce this, and I wonder what brought this on, because I had always just assumed that they didn't care about ToonTown at all. You know what I mean? Like, they just let it sit here. They don't do anything to this area at all. You never see it being upgraded. You never see it being plussed. You never see scaffolding. I've been coming here every weekend for 3 years. I've never seen a single scaffold to my recollection. Now they've got the entrance to Roger Rabbit and to the Gag Factory and Five and Dime blocked off here. I wonder, that's got to be paint, right? They're going to be painting this. Let's take a quick look inside though, the Five and Dime and the Gag Factory here, just to see if there's anything new and fun to enjoy in here. This reminds me of a conversation we were having on the podcast with the DCast guys, and they were talking about the Gag Factory, and they're totally right. The one thing that this place lacks, as I observe a bunch of ladies' clothing and purses and handbags and stuff like that, the one thing that the Gag Factory lacks are actual gags. There are no gags in here. Why? You couldn't make a little room for gags instead of a woman's purse inside the Gag Factory in ToonTown, or a Kiss the Girl shirt? It seems like they like Disneyland will vacillate often in how they operate their gift shops. I know there was an initiative a while back, and I think it's still going, as they were trying to unify the products between all lands and parks, like Disney World and Disneyland, so that you could get, it cuts down on shipping and having, the different varieties of product that you have to make. Instead of having, parks have their own individual, unique merchandise, they could have more shared merchandise. So here's the thing, this is supposed to be gaggy, right? I mean, but it's not gagged at all. Matter of fact, that used to operate. This thing used to, run back and forth, and you could watch whatever go by. But and then, okay, so getting back to my point, is the same thing. Like, for example, these coffee mugs. It used to be that each shop and each land would have their own themed merchandise, but more and more you're seeing the same stuff in every store. It's especially true with every store has their own 60th anniversary section. But then I go to stores like the ones in Adventureland, where the product is very themed, very well themed towards Adventureland. I'm going to leave here because it's really crowded.
We've got lots more videos for you to see, so grab a churro and check out our Star Wars Land updates from the Knothole Gang, or maybe our Secrets in History videos. Or you can just watch all of our weekly trip reports and have your mind blown by how much fun we're having. We truly are the best of Disney Bake Fresh Daily. And don't forget, you can support Fresh Baked by joining our Patreon campaign or by buying a Fresh Baked t-shirt. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Fresh Baked!
Disneyland, a place that is the opposite of calmness and serenity, is a place of serenity for me.